Hi, my name is Federico Rossi. I'm an associate professor in marketing at Daniel School of Business at Purdue University. So Super Bowl is such an important event for advertisers because it's one of the most viewed events throughout the year, and so it generates so much attention on viewers. And of course, advertisers want to sell this attention to companies who are trying to sell products. Non-fans watch the Super Bowl because of the famous fear of missing out. And in particular, the Super Bowl for them is something that probably they don't enjoy necessarily. But so they get this utility from watching the show, but probably there's even more disutility from not watching the show. And that's why they end up watching. So it's one of those so-called product market trap, where again, you choose a product not because it gives you satisfaction, but because not choosing it would be even worse. In this case, not choosing it would mean to be cut out of all the discussion that occur, of course, after the game. And of course, they want to participate in those discussions. All right, so halftime shows are the period of a game when you reach one of the highest viewerships. They solve the coordination problem, and for the following reason. Whenever we watch live shows, we like, as viewers, to enjoy. Of course, we enjoy the content of the show, but we also want to follow shows and watch shows that are viewed by more people, by most people. And the reason is because we later want to talk on social media. And so this solves, the halftime show solves the coordination problem, because instead of trying to figure out which one is the show most watched, we already know that this is a very popular moment of the game, and so that's the reason why everybody is attached to the screen. Super Bowl ads are particularly successful for mainly two reasons. The first reason is due to the cost. So it's very expensive, of course, to buy one slot of a Super Bowl ad. So for example, last year the cost was about 7 million for 30 seconds. So if you spend so much money on advertising, it makes sense for you to put out the best quality product you can. So the best advertising you can. And so that's the first reason. The second reason has to do with the demand effect. So the consumer, the viewers themselves want to see something new, something entertaining, and so the supply side will give them more. They will give more attention to the content of this particular advertising instead of just providing the typical lame advertising you see every day. What happens after the game? So for us, the fans, the game is over, and so we're going to start talking about what could have happened, the missed kicks and the intercepts and the incompletes and so on, who's the GOAT, who's not the GOAT, and so on and so forth. But the real game is for the advertiser. So for the advertisers, the game starts now. The advertisers have placed their bets, and now they start looking at the receipts, right? So they are starting kind of comparing the forecast that they actually had with the actual sales that they will be able to realize in the next days. And so it will be a frenzy check for them in the next few days between the prediction and the actual sales.